welcome back to you into today's video. We're doing a 5-day forecast today. I've got some big changes on the way. Well, documented changes, of course, to much colder weather. It's still on course, and looks like tomorrow into Friday will be the key period for bringing this change in the weather about. Anyway, we'll have a look at all the detail in a moment. Just want to talk about the advertising. There usually be a video ad overlay my weather videos at GavsWeatherVids.com. Please play those videos. You'll be supporting GavsWeatherVids.com by doing that. I also want to mention websites I'm using in this video. We've got the charts from weathercentral.de and the weatheroutlook.com. Both of those websites can be found on my links page. So this is the situation today. We've got a high pressure retrogressing out into the Atlantic, going up towards Greenland as well. We're still not introducing cold air, the cold shot at the moment going down into Scandinavia. So the air is still quite warm. We've still got tropical warm air masses really over the British Isles today, but certainly the pressure distribution is changing, and it's starting to set up that change to much colder weather. But for today, we're looking at a lot of cloud again across many parts of England and Wales. Will be a little bit of brighter weather perhaps coming into the south, and slightly drier air coming into far southern counties. But really, a lot of cloud across many parts of the country today, although some sunny breaks coming through over Scotland at times. Now, it is quite a mild day. It's a very warm upper air mass, so temperatures are getting up to around 13, 14, 15 degrees. Limited, of course, by the fact that it's cloudy. If the sun was coming out, or where the sun comes out actually on the south coast, temperatures could just pop up to around 17 or 18 degrees. That's very warm for the 24th of October. But really, we're around 12, 13, 14 degrees under that cloud, and quite drizzly weather. I've got a bit of a breeze, so that's cleared most of the mist and fog away. It's lifted up into low cloud. Now, overnight, we're going to keep that high pressure out to the west of the country, and we're beginning now to pull somewhat colder air down into the far north of Scotland. So there, across the far northern parts of Scotland, we may turn a bit clearer and colder later in the night, with perhaps a wintry shower coming into some wintry showers coming into the northern Isles. Elsewhere, though, a lot of cloud continues through the course of the night, and a very mild night for England and Wales, with temperatures no lower than 10, 11 or 12 degrees. But in the north, we're down to 3s and 4s, and certainly for northern Scotland, there will be a frost tonight. Now, going into Thursday, tomorrow, we bring down a very weak cold front across the country, but this is marking the boundary then between the much colder air filtering in from the north and the still quite warm air across England and Wales. Probably a greater chance of seeing the cloud thinning across England and Wales tomorrow, but still it's a very cloudy scene really for much of England and Wales. But for Scotland, Northern Ireland, and eventually by the end of the afternoon, Northern England, we do turn it brighter. The sun will come through, but it'll start to turn much colder. Temperatures slipping away into single figures, just 7s and 8s in the north. Maybe some wintry showers as well coming into northern and eastern parts of Scotland. This cold north to northeasterly wind picks up. Now, overnight, Thursday into Friday, that front will continue southwards, just as a band of cloud really, continuing southwards, crossing England and Wales. All areas becoming clear by the end of Thursday night, Friday morning, and then it'll be turning much colder. There'll be a widespread frost across Scotland and northern England on Thursday night. So for Friday, we're all into this run of northerly winds, a completely different air mass on Friday. Good deal of sunshine around. Will be cleared away all of the low cloud and murk. It'll be a nice bright sunny day, but we'll be looking at a lot of sunshine, I'd say, for me, but we will be looking at some showers across northern and eastern Scotland, maybe running down into eastern coastal counties of England as well. And some of those showers, certainly for northern and eastern Scotland, will be wintry. There could be snow on any higher ground, sleet and hail coming down probably to coastal level, and those showers, as I say, run down the east coast. Elsewhere, a lot of dry, fine and sunny weather. Thing you'll notice on Friday morning, it'll be much colder. We've got that northerly wind picking up anyway, so with temperatures of just 4s and 5s in the north, 7s, 8s at best in the south, maybe just 10 Celsius at best along the south coast. It will feel very cold on Friday, a real change in the feel of the weather. And then on Friday night, the winds will fall light, and we'll have a widespread hard overnight frost, with temperatures falling down to -4, -5 perhaps in some places. So a really hard frost on Friday night. So Saturday starts on a very frosty note excuse me, but what we'll find on Saturday is this area of low pressure developing to the north of Scotland. That'll bring some cloud, rain, possibly with hill snow into central, northern and western parts of Scotland. The rest of the country, though, probably generally dry on Saturday. Nice sunny start, but it will turn increasingly cloudy through the rest of Scotland, northern England and Northern Ireland. But central, southern parts of England and Wales hang on to the best of the sunshine. It's going to be cold on Saturday, a very cold day, widespread frost, of course, and temperatures eventually only struggling up to around 7s and 8s for many of us. Sunday, low pressure then is taking over from the north, so we're going to find cloud and rain spilling down across the country. Again, there could be some snow over higher ground in Scotland, but really it's rain we're looking at on Friday, gradually moving southwards across the country. Far southern and south east counties probably hanging on to the dry weather for much of the day. Again, it's going to be a cold day, temperatures just at 8, 9, maybe getting up to around 10 or 11, but this is still below average for the time of the year. And then by the time we get through to Monday, and this is where we end the forecast period, we're back into this northerly flow, really. We're taking the rain away from the southern and southeastern parts of England, and we're in this northerly flow, probably feeding in wintry showers to Scotland. Elsewhere, mainly dry. Temperatures again on the cold side, just 7s, 8s, 9s for many of us, and we will feel cold as we go through next week. I think probably staying quite cold through next week. Finally, having a look at the charts from the weather outlook. Well, we've got a lot of cloud across the country today. It's showing sunny spells, but I think much of this actually is cloudy, leaden skies, but best of sunshine in the far south and to the central northern parts of Scotland. Through Thursday, very similar really, dry in the south, dry just about everywhere really, turning colder from the north and brighter. By Friday we're into that cold air mass, good sunny spells coming down from the north, but very cold, widespread frost on Friday night. Cold for Saturday, some rain coming into the far north of Scotland. Sunday, when it's remaining cold with rain developing in the north and west, gradually moving southwards and eastwards, and by the time we get through to Monday, that rain clearing the southeast, and it still is quite cold. So in summary, we're changing the air mass. We've got cloudy, very mild sort of damp weather for the next day or so, then it turns cold everywhere by Friday, widespread frost as we go into the weekend. Fine for Saturday, but turning unsettled for Sunday and Monday, but remaining cold. That's it for now.